Well now, this caught us all by surprise, huh? They literally dropped this the same day they announced it. And sure, there was talk about an Oblivion remastered being made, but I thought it was all just talk. False rumors, or maybe just a modded version similar to that Sky Oblivion project that's being worked on by fans. And then, out of nowhere, without any warning, on April 22nd, Bethesda drops an official updated version of Oblivion, co-developed with Virtuos Games. All it really took was a few screenshots to make me drive to Rite Aid and get a 1-month Game Pass Ultimate card that they're still selling in my area for only $16.99, just to go back and experience Oblivion in such a way that it almost felt like I experienced a whole new Elder Scrolls game. Honestly, I'm still a little suspicious that this is just a remaster. I mean, come on, look at these graphics. Does this look like an upscaled version of a 2006 game to you? No. And the file size is over 120 gigabytes. The original was like freaking 6. Using an updated game engine, Unreal 5, this remaster delivers a whole new fresh coat of paint to the beautiful landscape of Cyrodiil, or the ominously hellish glow of Oblivion gates opening up, and of course the trippy and vibrant environments in the Shivering Isles, and this demonic tapestry that still looks like fruit roll-ups to me. I was never a fan of the way the characters used to look in the original, all cartoony, like they all still had baby faces or something. They look so much better and more realistic now. Just look at the difference they made for the Emperor. It is an incredible improvement. Even the vampires actually look like vampires now instead of 5-year-old chain smokers. Mommy, can I please have another pack of cigarettes? Not until after you finish your tobacco chew, dear. Aw, man. I don't want to go too far in depth with what we already know about Oblivion in regards to its story and core gameplay mechanics. It's all still there. It still plays and functions pretty much the same way as it did in 2006, with a few minor overhauls. The biggest and most obvious addition being the ability to sprint, which I love. But why does the animation for it make it look like I'm a guy who is desperately running from a serial killer? Like, dude, chill the fuck out. It's not like anyone's chasing you. Unless, of course, you're in a store, then the shopkeeper chases you relentlessly and then stares at you creepily when you're not doing anything. And I get it, the original was the same way, and it's programmed intentionally to discourage players from stealing items. It's still disturbing, though. And even in certain buildings that aren't shops, like the Fighters Guild buildings, for instance, where you literally can't steal anything, at least once you're a member, there's always some weirdo in armor constantly chasing you throughout the floor. Like, leave me the fuck alone. It gives me the creeps. God, I can't play this game anymore sometimes. That's enough of that game for one afternoon. God. Oh, hey, Doppelganger Tard. Can I help you? How are you doing that with your eye? Okay, I gotta go downstairs and go to the bathroom and get away from you. Okay, so yes, can you believe that guy? Oh, come on! Can't a guy take a shit in peace in this house?
Would you like to take a look at my wares? These are mine, not yours.
Oh my god, I'm just browsing. Put some fucking confidence in the player's choices. Fuck.
Well, do you have anything you would like to sell?
Oh, you want me to give you something now? Then take this!
That's a good deal.
Even if you aren't perpetually put off by these encounters, it can still be annoying as hell. They can trap you in a room by standing in doorways. Like, what do you want from me? A through-the-helmet blowjob? Well, here you go. Ugh. Anyway, moving on from that tirade, other changes include UI overhauls and a more modern leveling system similar to Skyrim. I do wish there were some updates to the combat, however, like the shield bash ability from Skyrim would have been an awesome addition to have. I also wish the game had a lock-on mechanic because there were times when I would fuck something up, like a quest or get a bounty on my head because I accidentally assaulted or murdered someone while trying to help them kill an enemy combatant. Going back to Oblivion was an absolute blast, perhaps even more than when I first played it. I forgot just how good the writing and the story was in the main questline, as well as how cool some of the Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild missions were. The level of creativity in them outshined anything from Skyrim that I can remember anyway. There is one major continuity error that they didn't bother to fix though, which was stealing the Archmage's staff for the Thieves Guild, which I did after having already becoming the Archmage of the Mages Guild, so I essentially am stealing from myself. Yeah, the writers obviously didn't think that one through. Honestly, I don't think I've ever thoroughly enjoyed an Elder Scrolls game as much as I did in the 70 hours that I played this. I guess this makes Oblivion my favorite one now. With that being said, however, it is buggy, and I mean very buggy right now. Some of it is just minor things like NPCs getting stuck on objects or objects clipping through shit, but then there are slightly more severe bugs like whole ass areas not rendering and you have to fall off the edge to make it load and you injure yourself. Fuck. And of course, because this is still Oblivion, it decides to creep me out some more by doing this. I mean, look, it's scary enough that statues can come to life, okay? But having a bug that forgets their, animations, Jesus, this nearly made me shit my pants. My heart was in my fucking throat. For some reason, every time I spawn in from a fast travel load screen, my guy casts a huge shadow on the screen. This doesn't just happen sometimes, it happens almost all the time. It reminds me of the shadows burned into the concrete from the atomic bombs that were dropped in Japan. I can't provide proof of this because Xbox doesn't allow dashboard recordings, but please believe me when I say the game crashes sporadically when you do certain things, but it's also completely random, unpredictable, and can happen at any point in time. Performing a large amount of alchemy, crash. Sell a bunch of shit to a merchant, crash. Try to fast travel into a city, crash. Want to get out of a dungeon and catch some fresh air, crash, 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 crash. The last time I played a game that crashed more than this was Wasteland 3. Remember that disaster? You motherfucker! Finally. Now that was a close one. Okay, time to loot the place and save.
What the fuck?
Sometimes NPCs have a tendency to spawn in their underwear. At first I didn't think too much of it when I saw a woman sleeping without clothes on. Okay, that's normal for some people, it's comfy. But then I came across a Khajiit lady without clothes on in a lobby. That's less normal. But hey, maybe it's just wash day tomorrow. Nothing clean, right?
Nothing clean, right?
But then one time, I was exploring a dungeon when all of a sudden a swarm of naked people came out of nowhere and started attacking me. They even forgot their weapons. What's happening? Why is everyone in their underwears?
And she's showing everybody me underwears.
But perhaps the worst bugs of them all are the ones where essential quest-related NPCs won't do what they're supposed to do for you to progress, or go where they're supposed to go. This happened to me twice. Once in the Shivering Isles questline, and again in the main questline. These are borderline game-breaking and need to be fixed ASAP. Luckily, I was able to eventually push the tree NPC guy to the obstacle I needed to get past to progress the Shivering Isles questline, and to exit and re-enter the dungeon for this ghost guy to rejoin his fellow fallen comrades for the main story. And people online have mentioned that a lot of the bugs that are in here were also in the original. But why? And how? You use a completely new game engine to practically remaster Oblivion and not address these issues that has always plagued it? And that's the ultimate problem I have with this. Elder Scrolls has never looked better than this. But at the same time, it's probably never been this buggy. Except for Skyrim on PS3, that was a shit show. Listen, I still really enjoyed my time with it. It's still a very fun and immersive RPG, but it's almost like you only made it look better, not play better. Which is what I generally expect more from remasters and remakes. I believe that the whole point of remastering a game is releasing a new, updated, better version that erased those bugs and memory leaks and other issues. Or maybe this was deliberate, like they wanted you to experience the game exactly how you remembered it or something. But come on, all of it is still inconvenient to the player when it happens. But you know what? At the end of the day, like most Bethesda games, minus a few, the good often outweighs the bad. I look back at my experience fondly still. I pushed through those rough edges and embraced all the silly, quirky moments that would have made me spew milk out of my nose if I was eating cereal while watching it. Sometimes you need a little bit of those imperfections to make a game charming. It has ignited a spark in me, with some hope that more and more remasters will start to look half as upgraded as this one. Oh my god, I forgot how funny some of the dialogue is too.
Now, you know what they say about the size of a man's boots. You know what they say about the size of a man's hands.
I'm Mirabelle Monet. I run the Forecastle, a boarding house for sailors. Sorry, I reserve my beds for seamen.
My final score for Oblivion Remastered is a solid, well-rounded, literally rounded and chubby 8 out of 10. It looks new enough to make it seem like you're playing a brand new game, yet feels old and dated enough to remind you that you are still playing a Bethesda game. It's a perfect balance of good, new, and old. Now, could you please remake Morrowind next? Or at the very least, let Obsidian remaster New Vegas. God.
I'm glad that's done. I need a nap.